Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. What's been dead in the water? I was planning to record this video on Valentine's Day, but that sort of didn't happen. I'll get to why later, but for now I would just like to say the reason my channel has been absolutely extinct was that I had exams, and before that, I was preventing 9/11. You gotta understand me, man. I tried my best. No, this is not exactly like a regular upload. I have way more planned in the future, but I just can't be bothered animating while my entire rig is running at -3 frames per second. So yeah, think of this as a status update. I currently have 2 long-form videos in the making, one of which has already completed filming, is awaiting voicing, and both videos have a total creation period of 3 and 4 years respectively. So it's gonna be, something pretty long, pretty cool, and ultimately very long. The main reason that I didn't really get to record this video on Valentine's Day was that, number one, I was busy playing Bed Wars, and number two, I managed to catch something. So while I was recording, it was just sort of like interwoven between like just heart-wrenching coughs where it sounded like my organs were being pulled out of my body and splattered across the windshield. So it didn't exactly make for a good listening experience. So, yeah, I just scrapped the recordings, and now we're starting over. I think, the symptoms started showing up, like, a few days before Valentine's. Well, whatever transpired on Valentine's Day didn't exactly go in the way that, would have benefited me instead of the virus. It wasn't exactly like what you think would normally happen on Valentine's Day. No, it was because I decided to not go swimming. It's like the middle of February right now. You know how bad swimming is? If I jump into the pool, they're gonna have to dig me out using an ice pick. I am not going. Only like 6 people in my class decided, oh yeah, this is good weather for swimming, and jumped into the pool. So yeah, either way, the coach was like pretty mad because, there are only like 2 swimming lessons in the entirety of like 365 days, and I'm supposed to give a fuck about either of them. Spoiler alert, I did not. So, yeah, what he decided to do instead was group punishment, which, may I remind you again, is a war crime. Coach, please don't do that again. It's kind of a war crime. So he just, like, sentenced us to doing, like, 200 squats, 100 sit-ups, and something like 60 push-ups. Okay, I thought he was all bark and no bite, until he deadass started counting backwards. My man was holding those numbers hostage, man. If we don't do these push-ups sooner, he's gonna drag one to the back and put a bullet through his head. You gotta let 10 go, man. He's already traumatized from being in the middle of 9/11. Looking back, I'm 90% sure that the PE teacher is paid with old $100 bills, because there's nothing else that can convince me to not believe that he would not take a number to the back and shoot it between the eyes. I don't think it really benefited me having like a virus inside of me, because turns out like, I don't know, pulmonary fibrosis isn't really beneficial when you're trying to do like sports. Anyways, I was just like wheezing in there, and it turns out I wasn't supposed to stop because I wasn't wearing PE uniform at the same time, which is sort of like a double deduction in my PE score. So I really gotta work hard to get my PE diploma after the fact, because one day eventually when I'm applying for like the biggest CEO in like the universe or something, with like $1 trillion daily salary, they're gonna ask me, hey, do you have the qualifications to throw a ball really far? And then I'll have to show them my lack of a PE diploma, and they'll go just like send me to the electric chair or something. I really gotta lock in for this PE diploma, man. It's the only thing that's prevented me from graduating at this point. So, lo and behold, the other day, the first thing I felt when I woke up is like the position of all of my limbs have just been shifted counterclockwise like 3 times. It was like an absolutely new feeling, because turns out my body is really good at repairing muscle fibers. 200 squats really took their strain on my calves, and man am I paying for that yesterday, because turns out I wasn't even filming this on Saturday, man. I'm filming this on Sunday. I filmed it on Saturday already, body inside a McDonald's, and the audio sounded like absolute ass. I don't think, like, me catching the flu really helped with that as well, because my body only has, like, so much energy, and most of it is just being directed towards my immune system for, like, the war effort. You know, they really gotta manufacture those artillery shells somehow. I think all of this just really goes to show that the scariest thing that ever roams the planet Earth, I think it's just people, man. People really are the scariest creatures. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for this update. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, where I inevitably disappear and never come back again.